Chi Omega was founded in 1895. It has been a place for girls to come together to grow in academics, leadership skills, and build lifelong friendships. The house mom is a big part of the sorority as well.
This is my 13th year of being house mom here. As a sorority house mom, people think that I'm your babysitter. Discipline is not my job. I'm not here to see what time you come home or what you do. My job is to maintain the house, to make sure that the plumbing works and the electricity works, and that there's a cook and there's a cleaning person and that they're doing their job. And when something breaks, to see that someone repairs it. Well, that's kind of funny because the women that recommended that I become a house mom had sons, and they were all fraternity house moms. And so they told me, you don't want a sorority. You don't want to deal with those girls and their mothers. You want to have a fraternity. So I took my resume over to Greek Affairs and I said, I want a fraternity. And a couple fraternities interviewed me and even took me to dinner and had a second interview, but none of them hired me. So I really didn't know much about guys. And so time went on, and Greek Affairs called me and said, I know you said you wanted a fraternity, but we have this sorority that's looking for a house mom, and we've given them your application and your resume, and we hope that you'll interview with them. And that was Chi Omega. Well, I had daughters, so I understand girls, and sometimes it's hard having 72 people in the house, but I don't find it difficult. I try to have it go through the house manager, and she's my eyes and the corporation board's eyes as far as what needs to be fixed and repaired. She's a mini house mom as far as maintenance and things like that, and she represents the corporation board. She's the liaison between me, I guess, and the board in taking care of the house.
I'm Morgan Netz. I am a senior. Yeah, so the big duties that I have to do include making sure that weekend duties get done to make sure our house is clean. I kind of work with all of any maintenance that happens. So, for example, this week we had security systems reset for a break. So I was just kind of dealing with the guy who came here to make sure that he was doing what he needed to be doing, and also just making sure house rules are followed every day. I kind of coordinate food and make sure that everyone's well fed and that the house is running smoothly. I've actually started transitioning out, so the biggest piece of advice I have is just like making sure that you figure out how or what type of leader you want to be, because you'll get into situations where your best friend is breaking a rule, and just looking at like the girl who maybe you aren't as close to, like how would you enforce it on both ends, because sometimes it's easy to let your friends get by with things, especially like enforcing rules with your peers. I definitely would. I would probably take a different approach to how I did it. In the beginning, I kind of approached it as a like servant leadership type of thing, but going through the whole year, I wish I would have been a little more authoritative and like been really clear with girls so they know what the expectations were, because backtracking is kind of hard because girls don't necessarily, I don't know, it's hard to change leadership styles, but it's also hard to change following styles.